So finally, we're about halfway through the month, and there's a new game coming out in the next couple of weeks. I think it's on the 7th of February, which is called The Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and it's made by a couple of pretty well-known game developers, people that have created some good games. I think the lead designer of Oblivion has actually participated in making this, so it's definitely made by some high-profile people. The demo's just come out on all the different platforms and on Steam and Origin. Just download it off Steam, don't download it off Origin. Origin's hopeless, don't even bother. But I'm just gonna do a little let's play, let's demo type of thing with the Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and it's an RPG game. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna play on casual just because I know I'm gonna have. Oh, you can only play normal. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, it's a pretty big shame we can only play on normal. But I know someone in the comment section is just gonna be bagging me about how bad I am.
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk. But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha De Long, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathon. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Alright, so the game audio seems to be extremely loud, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. If not, well, I'm going to have to re-record this, but obviously if you listen to this, I didn't have to re-record it.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Dorani? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Alrighty, so now we can actually choose the gender. So they give us an option actually to choose the two genders, not like the difficulty levels where we can only choose normal. Alright, let's just be a guy, and let's see. So this is just an RPG, and it's just a, it's not a sequel or anything like that, it's just a new IP. So let's just choose someone. The Almain are a warlike and religious nation of a storied origin. Many Almain come to the Phalanx seeking freedom while honouring the traditions of their homeland. So I want like a warrior type class, hardened by the high seas of Varani, are just as frequently pirates and mercenaries as they are shrewd merchants. They favour swords and daggers as seaworthy weapons. The low sulfur are a proud and ancient people from the frozen lands to the north. Low sulfur judge themselves. No, they're like more magey. You can tell but just by looking at them. Do they all have... Oh, good. I was going to say, do they all have like really weird ears? Alright, and these guys are stealth. Alright, let's choose... Alright, let's choose the Varani. The guy looks pretty badass. We can't spin him... Oh, we can spin him around. There we go. Wee. All right. Continue. Oh, all right. And now, what's this? He's God. Beholden to no God, your self-sufficiency yields its own rewards. Well, it's tempting to believe in a God, but I'd rather make my guy an atheist. You know, we don't believe in fairy tales. Oh, yes. That reminds me of the Tomahawk clan in Fallout New Vegas in that DLC. That's pretty amusing. I'll just choose the good old wise sage looking guy. Yes, preset 1. What do I do? Just continue? Alright. It looks pretty basic, just the menus and stuff like that. I don't think they'll change it for the actual game, because why would you do different menus like for a demo and different menus for a game? So I'm just gonna choose this. I like the way my guy looks. I don't really care. I'm just a demo anyway.
Ferrani must have been a mercenary.
And there we are.
Come to fight in the war. I could have told him how he'd end up. Not in bad shape though, all things considered. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know you'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Well, I guess we're gonna name our guy. No? Yes. Alright, I'm gonna stick with that name, Stiginder. It's actually a rather good name for my guy in Skyrim, Stiginder. So there was just this one cutscene that was extremely loud, but these ones are like really quiet. Alrighty, so I'm playing this on 720p and everything is the highest settings it can be, even though there weren't really like any ultra or high settings. It was just basically like, they were really weird settings, but obviously the game runs really smoothly though, so that's a good thing. I really hate how fast, actually maybe my, no, I thought my DPI my mouse was a bit too high or something, but this guy, the radial blur is just, it spins way too fast. It's gonna take a bit of getting used to. Alright, so what do we do? Pull this lever, press F. Alright, this is just way too annoying. Let's just have a quick look at how about options, yes. Actually now you guys can see the options. Audio, resolution, well I'm playing at 720p so, and I got vertical sync on. This is just, you can only choose standard to simple shader complex as well, which is pretty annoying. The shadow quality is like the only thing that you can really change. Too much. Alright, whatever, I don't think I made any graphical settings. Camera sensitivity, maybe this is going to be it. Alright, back. Hopefully that saved it. So it looks like we're going to have a bit of health, bit of mana, and that's it. No sprinting or anything like that, like in Skyrim or anything. So, alright, that's a bit more tolerable. Alright, pick up disposal notes. So experiment disposal. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower cavern, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Formerest Hughes. Okay, so we've got a note. So, yes, someone's got to remind me not to drink the water all the way down there because that's the remains of dead people. It's always nice to know. So, there's a rather aptly lit door here and there's an arrow pointing to it, so according to my intelligence, I think we should go there, but let's just loot this guy's sword. Yes. You have acquired new items. To see your new items, press escape. And then we go to inventory, weapons, primary. God damn, it should like come up here before like we hover over it. Anyway, so we have that rusty longsword. Can I equip it? There we go. Jeez, that is mighty rusty. Alright. Back, and close. Alright. And the door magically opens for us. Alright, I think this will be rather pretty funny to play with, like if there's a good point system or something like that. It runs really smooth. It's like something that I think I'd really enjoy, just like a button mashing type game, even though I'm not playing on a console or using a Xbox controller or anything like that. But if you guys haven't seen my actual... Alright, can we sneak up on him somehow? See? I guess there's no sneak. We're just gonna have to... That was rather pretty simple. Jeez, this reminds me so much of that game I played, the first Templar. It is really weird. Like, we're just told to stay away. It's just like a really first impressions. Is a pretty crappy title. But anyway, like this is what I've started off my channel with. Because a lot of you guys have been subscribing because of my Skyrim mod series and things like that. But this is what I really love doing, like Let's Plays, just playing games and just uploading them for you guys. That's how I started off on YouTube. I did pretty well on that, and recently so many people have been watching my Skyrim mod videos. I'm really happy, and so thank you guys so much for watching. So you can jump down from some areas to jump. Press F when the jump banner is visible. So I guess the jump banner just says jump down on the bottom right. Tooth shot solid. To dodge an enemy, press WSAD in the... You want to go and press X. Okay. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but like the game like pauses when you hit someone. Like when you connect with them, it just... It's so random. Oh god. Oh god. There we go. It's really weird. Like the game's running smoothly, but it just pauses when you hit someone. I don't think that's supposed... See, I'm not sure if it's like supposed to like validate that you actually hit someone, like give you like a visual response that you hit someone, but we just got 12 XP and we've got little kids running after us.
Thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along... I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead.
No.
It worked. By the dome, it worked. You're alive. Well, you died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you. Professor Formerus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming in through the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Jeez, that guy's keen. Alright, so... Oh, that guy's name is Ansel. I thought it was like supposed to say cancel or something. Alright, where is Hughes? I did not...
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we
you bore me.
Put it in the furnace room with the others.
Escape.
Let me get
Quest updated. Out of the darkness. Escape with Ansel. Before we do that, I'm going to have to be a spoil sport and actually end this episode right about now. Should be about 20 minutes. I'll just check the audio settings and things like that because I can actually barely hear anything on the in my headphones, but which sucks because I actually want to hear something while I'm actually playing the game. But if I make it too loud, then you guys won't be able to hear my voice. So I've got to work something out. And if you want to see more, then obviously like the video, and if you don't want to see more, then don't like the video, and I'll go from there. So thanks for watching.